Hey, it's Sam. Welcome back to JR Brick Builders. And in this video, we're going to be taking a look at my top 5 tips and tricks for Lego Super Mario. Now, whether you just got the starter course today, or maybe you've had it for a while and you're already collecting this big collection of all of the expansion packs, whichever is the case, you're still going to find, I think, very useful tips and tricks in this video. Well, I want to say thank you so much for watching this video, and let's get right in to my first tip for Lego Super Mario. And this one's really more of a trick than a tip, and it has to do with these little guys, the question mark boxes. Well, very quickly, if you're not familiar already with Lego Super Mario, here's the basics of how it works. You've got this digital Super Mario. He does not come in this outfit, though. I got this one separately as one of the power-up packs, but you've got this digital Super Mario. He scans different color codes that are on these stickers on different enemies and interactive tiles, but he also scans color. So if you walk on different tiles, you get the color of those tiles, you collect coins, and you play the whole thing as if it were a course in Super Mario, starting in the pipe and ending at the flag, just like you would for a game of Super Mario. That's where these come into play. You've got your question mark boxes, and in these boxes, when you step on them, you can get a range of different things. You could get 10 coins, 5 coins, sometimes even just 1 coin. But there are other things, better things that you can get in these boxes as well. Now, you might already know this, but hold on. See, you can get some extra time, and you can get a mushroom, and most importantly, you can get a star. But the trick is, and this is something you might have noticed, it's not all that easy to get a star out of one of these things. Now, maybe you're like me and you've played with this for a while, but you still hadn't realized this. It took me an embarrassing amount of time to realize this, but it matters how you use the question mark box. So this is tip number 1. When you use the question mark box, you do not want to just place Mario on there and then gently pull him off and see what you get, because most of the time you're just going to get coins. To get the better items, there's a little bit of a trick to it. You want to actually make a jumping motion with Mario as if he were jumping up and hitting the box, and you want to remain on the box for, a couple seconds or so before you jump. You don't want to just place him there and jump. There's some timing to it. Now, it's not perfect. You won't always get a star. That's not how this tip works. But you will greatly increase your chances of getting a mushroom or a star or extra time, better items, if you follow this tip. So to show off this feature and how this can increase your chances, we're going to try this out, and we're going to try it in real time. So first, let's start a course by putting Mario in the pipe. There we go. We've got 60 seconds to go. And let's say we're just walking along, getting some coins, maybe stepping on an enemy. All right, now let's use the question mark box and try my method. So we're gonna stand on there for a couple of seconds, and then we'll jump up quickly, 5 coins. All right, let's try again. And there we go, second try, and we got a star. So now we can come over and we can beat Bowser in 1 try. So it matters, it increases your chances of getting better items the way that you jump off this box. All right, now let's take a look at tip and trick number 2. This is more of a tip, and that is open the app on your smart device when you play through your custom courses as much as you can, and make sure Mario is connected to Bluetooth. And I'm gonna walk you through how you can get an actual tracking of your custom course so that at the end of your course, you can see exactly how many coins you got, where you got those coins, the different types of enemies and things that you got those coins from. This can be really helpful if you're wanting to see, if you can beat your top score, what are the most valuable things to have in your course, those types of things. So let's jump into the app and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So as you can see here in the menu, I've got my Mario connected already. And if I click over here for this custom course section down here, it's gonna open this up. Now, when I start in a pipe, it's automatically going to jump to a screen where it is now tracking my progress. And I can go through the course, I can jump on all the enemies, I can do everything, and it's going to track it in the app. And we'll see here now what happens once you finish. As soon as you hit that flag, it wraps up in the app, and then it shows you right here, all laid out, exactly what you did in that course and where you got the most coins. Now, sticking with the most coins, this is where we're going to jump into tip number 3. And that is to stay on the balance beams as long as you possibly can. Why? Because these give you a surprising amount of coins. Yes, it's cool to have all the enemies set up and all the different types of enemies set up, but the reality is, and I'll show you this in what I tracked from my very first attempt here on a custom course just a moment ago, that the only thing I got more coins from in the entire attempt was defeating Bowser. And you've got to have the $100 Bowser's Castle set in order to even have access to him. But with the starter course, you get one of these balance boards, and the longer you stay on it and keep moving back and forth, you don't have to go hard, very gently, you're gonna get more and more coins. And you can hear that in Mario, more coins racking up. Okay, are we ready to give this a try? Here we go. We're gonna take a look at this. I'm gonna set Mario up on top of here. You can hear the noise, he's counting. And as I go back and forth, hear all those coins? Yeah, he collects a lot of coins really easily and really quickly. And the longer you stay on there, the more coins you're gonna get. Okay, now in just a second, we're gonna get back to a tip for more coins on your course. And that's gonna be more of a trick that you can use that is not self-explanatory in the game. And so I hope it's really helpful to you. That will be our final tip. But first, let's get to tip number 4. And that is a piece of advice, a piece of information, a tip when it has to do with Mario's battery life. Because if you're like me, and when you found out that Mario takes 2 AAA batteries to work, you might have been thinking, great, now I'm gonna be replacing batteries in this thing all the time. I've got 3 little kids, they play with it, and then they just leave them sitting there, and I'm thinking, one night and the batteries are gonna be gone. Well, I gotta tell you, I was shocked at the battery life that Mario has. So my tip to you is, don't even worry about it. Seriously, unless you're using like the cheapest batteries from the dollar store or something, which still might actually give you more battery life than what you think. But if you're using any kind of batteries, even the cheaper ones that are still name brand, you're gonna be surprised at how much battery life. Number 1, we have built a lot of courses. You can find those videos all right here on our channel, and I encourage you to subscribe. Click the bell notification and watch those videos, but that's up to you. But we've built a lot of sets already. We've played with a lot of them. Trust me when I tell you, our little Mario has been put through his paces for 2 weeks now, and he is still at 69% battery life. And I'm telling you, I've got 3 kids that just leave him powered on all the time. Now, there's a couple reasons for this. One, he just doesn't consume nearly as much battery life as what you might think. But he also has a really nice feature built into him where if he's just left sitting around for a while, he will power himself off. I didn't believe it at first, but my middle son, Rocky, I asked him if he had powered Mario off the one night, and he said, "Oh, Dad, don't worry about it. He's asleep." And I said, "Yeah, but he's still using battery life to make the sleeping noises." And he says, "No, Dad, he actually fell asleep. He's powered off." I couldn't believe it, but it's true. He will power himself off after a while. So tip number 4 is seriously don't even consider battery life because this thing lasts forever. All right, here we go. Tip number 5 this is for you if you have maybe found a lot of really cool ways to add extra coins to your set, but you're just looking for that extra thing that'll help you get several extra coins at the very end of your run. And I mean the very end of it. And that is this: use all of your time and wait until the last couple of seconds before you hit the flag, because you get a bonus the less time that you have on your clock. So if you've only got a couple seconds, you get a pretty decent bonus at the end of your run. And I'm gonna show that to you here. So to show you this, I've got my Mario powered up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put him in the pipe and start the clock. we'll maybe get a couple coins from some of this stuff that I've got sitting out here, not from the Cheez-Its necessarily, but from the rest. And then we're just gonna let the time run down until we get to the end. We'll count down with him to make sure we're really close to the end of the clock. We'll hit the flag and you'll see where he gets a bonus. So let's put him in the clock here and get the time started. There we go, we got about 56 seconds. Let's just walk on some grass and maybe we'll beat the Paragoomba for an extra coin and that's it. We'll go ahead and just set him here and let the time run down. Should be getting close, so when it starts to get to 15 seconds, we'll get a warning and we'll start counting down. There we go. Here we go. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. There we go. Now we'll take a look at the app earlier where I did this, and you'll see at the very end where it tracks and says, well, you waited until the very last second to hit the flag, you get some extra coins. So those are just some of my top 5 tips and tricks for Lego Super Mario, but let me tell you, I had a list about 10 tips and tricks long just after sitting down for a few minutes and thinking of all the things we've discovered. So if you've got a favorite tip or trick that we did not cover in this video, make sure you comment below and tell us what it was, because I think if this video does well, I'd love to do another video showing maybe 5 or even 10 more tips and tricks for Lego Super Mario. So thank you so much for watching this video. Like I said earlier, be sure to subscribe if you enjoy Lego Super Mario or just Lego in general, because we do a lot of videos about that. And when you subscribe, make sure you click that bell notification so that you know when we make our next video. And until the next time, take care. Thanks so much for watching.